Пьяный. Ладно. Понятно, я сам все опять. Так, все. Проходим сюжет. Сомнительный сюжет. Ну ладно, там еще надо не проходить вместе. О, нет, что такого сюжета, блядь, меня заебал. Алло. О? Идем.
It appears we're the first to arrive. I thought we were, This might sound weird, but it's nice to think about getting to work with you. I don't really know why that makes me feel so happy. It's because we're fellow fans! Anyone who likes Lord Phaethon can't be a bad guy. For sure. Of course, Lord Phaethon is the greatest there will ever be. Hugo told me before that you're really skilled. And he said we'd get along great. Oh, by the way, would you like to come by my place if you have time? I have a huge collection of Lord Phaethon merch.
Phaethon, Lord Phaethon doesn't have any merch out there, right?
It's all my own original merch. Like screenshots of old internet comments, plus the avatars Lord Phaethon's
Это для какие прийти вообще
playlists they recommend.
Да, ну нахуй. Нихуя, ну блядь. А мне уже почти начало нравиться, блядь, видео. Ну почти, блядь, ну в самом начале. Спасибо, блядь, за хуй.
I'd love to show it all to you if we get the chance. Well... Speaking of which, what's taking those two so long?
Я хочу на авто поставить, мне уже похуй. Это пиво. Авто.
Hugo said he had some preparations to do before entering the Hollow. I wonder how that's coming along.
Предстоящие операции. Джонатан.
This is getting to be more than just a coincidence, don't you think? Or perhaps you are actually stalking me.
If I was stalking
Stalking.
you, you wouldn't ever know.
Overconfident as always. You haven't changed at all.
We just make it a habit to check the state of our weapons prior to combat.
Thanks for that little reminder. I almost forgot.
I didn't expect you to let me join.
What else could I do? Master Proxy would have insisted on having you join us. I never expected for us to have a chance to enjoy some pleasant conversation like this. Without our weapons drawn, that is. It really has been too long. I still remember when we first established Mockingbird.
Indeed. That was a long time ago. Thankfully, Jack went in peace.
Ушел тихо.
He must have known about his condition for some time. He even left us with instructions.
Yeah, Джек сдох.
Passing peacefully in your sleep is the most natural way to go. I'm happy for him. By the way, Lycon, have you given it any thought yet?
You mean about our guild for Phantom Thieves?
Yeah. It's time for us to build an organization of our own. Jack always supported the idea, didn't he?
I don't have any objections. But what should we call it then?
How about Mockingbird? It's a bird known for mimicking the calls of others to blend in. The same way we don high society roles for ourselves when we're out on a mission. Oh,
Ну, это фигня слов.
I nearly forgot. You're a terrible actor, and you're always flubbing your lines. I guess we can rule out that name then.
No, call it Mockingbird. We're always just putting on an act, aren't we? I won't slip up on our
Назвать
next mission.
Mockingbird?
Besides, we still ran missions together even when we didn't have a name. Having one now won't really make a difference.
No. It does make a difference, Lycon. And I don't just want a name. I want Mockingbird to become a symbol, like the sword of Damocles hanging over everyone's heads, striking fear into the hearts of the rich and cruel whenever they hear the name. Just like Jack used to say, this world isn't fair. So that's why we have to influence it however we can, and change things in our own way.
But on the basis of not causing harm to other people's lives. That's also what Jack used to say. You remember, don't you?
Of course I remember. All right, I promise.
That sounded pretty forced. Don't forget, things don't end well for people who break their oaths.
I'm good for my word. You must trust your fellow companions. That's also something Jack would say. Well then, today's the day that Mockingbird will officially start flying. Our first order of business, deciding on our symbol.
Ну, это шига слов. Суббеганный файн. Ну, что поделаешь, у нас свои рофлы, свои приколы в локализации. О, щит. Опять двигаться.
Looks like we're all here. Hugo, you're late again.
Do forgive me. Someone was pestering me and wasting my precious time.
I didn't expect the coordinates in Bringer's notes to lead here.
А чем мы тут находили, я не помню.
So, are you familiar with this place?
Я уже забыл сюжетку.
More familiar than you, it seems.
If they're being too noisy, can I take action?
Ай-яй-яй. Ну, кстати, Эмби отлично зайдет против босса, против... Ну, блин, хотя с одной стороны, может она сможет, типа, своей ауешкой, да? Ауя атакой, типа, вешать нет. КЗ. Вот это интересный факт. Интересный момент.
I don't enjoy obstacles in my path. Can we not bust the door open?
The generator room should be nearby. Over here.
Wow, you really know this place like the back of your paw.
Master Proxy, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but there's something wrong with the circuit. It seems to be blocked.
Don't tell me. Victoria Housekeeping's high and mighty attendants can't even fix a simple circuit.
I can fix it. I'll need a circuit diagram before I can do anything. I've seen diagrams for this type of circuit before. It's a pity that we're unable to connect to the outside world from inside the hollow.
Just leave that problem to me.
Belle, I just sent an image of a circuit diagram to your phone. Check if you received it.
Thank you very much, Master Proxy. Now then, let's start repairing this circuit.
Ой, а что сделал? Дочек.
The circuit is fixed. We should now be able to open that door.
Wait up. Wait a second.
Опа.
Something just
Что это
doesn't
такое?
add up. It's all coming together now. Communicating with the outside world from within a hollow. And getting that circuit diagram. And theory. There's only one person who could ever do that. Could it be your Lord Phaethon? Impossible. There's no way. But then again,
Ну да, кстати.
only Phaethon could have done that. I mean, you're an incredible proxy, sure. And you're a good person. But could you really be Lord Phaethon?
Да, я и есть. Ой, блядь, если так скажу, что сейчас будет. Ну тут очевидно, тут... Да, я есть Паутан, нет, ты ошибаешься. Ну она... Я читаю, типа, она говорит, что нет, я не верю, ты пиздобол. Или наоборот даже. Ну, это странно было бы, да. Я наоборот, типа, верю, и теперь ты моя лучшая подруга.
That's me. I'm Phaethon. Sorry, I just never had the chance to tell you.
Unbelievable. Lord Phaethon! I've been your biggest fan for years now! Goodness me, Lord Phaethon was right in front of me all along, and I had no idea. This is like a dream. Could you... I mean, if you're willing, could you please give me an autograph and a group photo and...
Был бы Вайзом, да, если вот взял бы за Вайз, было бы прикольно. Ну так забыть это вообще неинтересно. Алло, блядь. Типа, сука, зачем до сих пор, блядь, гатчик, блядь, этот нихуя делают этот выбор ебаный, мне даже заебало, блядь. Если, допустим, блядь, в какой-то сюжетке нужен перс, блядь, да, там, женского пола, там, да, допустим, то почему, допустим, там не будет фигурировать одна Белль, допустим, или когда нужен мужской перс, то Вайс, блядь, ну что это вообще такое? Типа, за этим интереснее наблюдать, чем за этой хуйней. Не спорю, блядь. Я просто... Я бы, наверное... Я бы не tiltовался с того.
Anything you want. We just gotta get out of the hollow first.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Guess I got a little too excited.
О, боже, блядь.
Anyone would be enraptured meeting someone they admire that much.
Yeah, if I ever met my favorite movie director, I'd be the same.
We should keep moving. This isn't the best place for idle chit-chat.
Это же Энви, блядь.
The door's
План
finally open.
фактора получше будет. Да.
The proxy is Phaethon. Phaethon is the proxy. This is a dream. I'm never waking up.
Пиздец, блядь. Почему я стал тут кринжу, блядь? Что делаю? Блин, а можешь как-то быстрее накапливать эти метки, нет? Заряды этой метки. Блять, интересно, от чего это вообще зависит? Потому что я что-то вроде тыкаю, и я, блядь, пиздец долго заряжаю. Там, наверное, скорее всего, от чего-то, наверное, стакается вот это накопление. Надо посмотреть будет, кстати. Ну, блин, на самом, блядь, Эмби сделали просто ЛКМ хуйню. Неинтересно. Неинтересно смотреть. У нас... Ой, я хотел выступить. Видимо, так нельзя. Блять, а прикольно, что я из-за цифр я не вижу, как там метка накопилась. Алло. Это еще нормально? Надо будет еще потыкаться. За эндем. Надо пиздец. Блять, эти эффекты, эти цифры, блять, они пиздец реально мешают. Что я особо на это не обращал внимания. Вот когда наиграл уже достаточно, мне уже что-то бесит.
Mind of mine, I won't let anything happen to you, Lord Phaeton.
Блять. Не, ну можно носить ешкой. Блять, не успел. А, не быстро встану вот из-за башни. Ой, блядь. Ну, почему ты не умеешь стягивать, скажи мне? Сейчас мне этих дуриков просто бить и бить. Поехали. Ох ты сукин.
Lord Phaeton, how are you feeling? Are you tired? Do you need a break? Some food?
Бля, как она заебала. Как она меня заебала.
Thank you for your concern. I'm fine.
Бля, даже... Сука, даже... Кто еще там клеил с...
Master, a complex
Дегашком.
mechanism has been detected ahead. To pass through, you need to activate all
Блять, я
three
стоял,
smaller
конечно. Никто нам
mechanisms.
нормально было.
Suggestion: split up and handle them simultaneously to save time.
Save time. Знаешь,
So, we have to head to 3 different places to crack this thing.
Huh? We're splitting into 3 groups? In that case, I'll protect you, Master Proxy.
Бля.
I can take care of one myself.
That leaves the last one to me then.
You should go with Hugo.
What's that supposed to mean? We get along just fine, don't we, Miss Cunninghair?
I don't know what's going on
Is it?
with you two, but you've been bickering the whole time. It's annoying. This is a good chance for you guys to build some rapport.
Угу.
Anby's got a point. Hugo, just go with Lycon.
You just want to be alone with your Lord Phaeton, don't you, Viv?
Не оставляйте, блядь, меня с этой дурой.
Huh? That's not it.
Так, поступим. Может, есть вариант.
Maybe we should go over it all again. You know, just in case anyone's not fully on board.
There's no need, Master Proxy. Our top
Бля,
priority
ну,
right now is to crack the
прикольно, что
mechanisms as soon as possible.
It's
со
just a
стороны Бель.
simple mechanism. I can handle it
Да,
solo.
восстановлю. Со стороны Бель, типа, она тоже кринжует с этой хуйни. С этой Вивен. Типа, мне интересно, Вайс она так же, ну? Я вообще даже не интересовался. Типа, пиздец. Ну, скорее всего, они оба кринжуют. Скорее всего, так. Ну, типа, блядь, опять же, возвращаться к этой теме я, блядь, не хочу, блядь. Но все же, тут хотя бы разговор понимаю, что это, блядь, чтобы нас не, как сказать, чтобы нас не бесить, они сделали так, что, чтобы, ну, это за ГГшек, типа, тоже, типа, это, ну, неприязнь ощущаем с этой фанатичностью, да. Пиздец.
Lycon, you better not slow me down.
I really want to recommend you to some movies for a crash course on teamwork.
Боже. А может Стивен будет за меня пиздить, а я просто буду уворачиваться? Скорее всего, так и будет, да? А,
Lord
ну,
Nathan,
не
there are
так.
too many ethereals here.
Загадки новые. И это было. Охуеть. Ебать сложно. Где? Ну, чтобы закрылась силу. А, силу, блядь, идите нахуй. Ладно, тогда это надо было. Блин, что за говно? Будем отсюда спустились, да? Ну, нет, спустилась. Ни одного лута.
Sure enough, Lord Phaethon and I share a deeper connection.
О боже.
Sorry,
Deep connection,
I'm
о
not
нет.
being too forward. Goodness me. Somehow I'm fighting alongside Lord Phaethon. It's like all my dreams
Пиздец.
are coming true. I'm going to wake up any second now, aren't I?
Блять, как она раздражает этой хуйней. Я вафля. Это не самое существует.
No, this isn't a dream. I'm real, see? You can even hold my hand.
Not only is Lord Phaethon incredible, but super kind.
Боже, блять.
That's it. I pledge to be a die-hard Lord Phaethon fan until my very last breath.
I'm happy to hear that, don't get me wrong. But why do you like Phaethon so much, Vivian?
Lord Phaethon is my light. The one who saved me in my darkest, most desperate times. Like a deity who rescued me. You probably don't remember, but you really did save me that day. Wow, it's so embarrassing to say all this in front of you. Sorry, I hope I'm not bothering you too much.
Нет, совсем не раздражаешь, блять, конечно. О боже. О боже.
Of course not. Thank you for your loyal support.
I should be the one thanking you. Just being able to see Lord Phaethon makes me the luckiest person in the whole world. Sorry to keep babbling like this. I wonder how the others are doing. I'm sure Anby will be able to manage. She's great at this kind of stuff. But as for Hugo and Lycon, let's just hope they don't get into a fight with each other.
О, ой-ой, 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 ой-ой. Так, ешки, пил. А, сука. Ну, как будто бы пойдет. В принципе, после толка она тоже нормально заходит. Это надо... Ей точно надо по типу, наверное... Ну, точно не Коль, да? Ну, логично. Хотя... Ай, блядь. А там написано, типа... Пассивки, типа... То с кем она подходит? С футболом или с хитрым зайцем? Ну, смотри, тоже. Тем временем ликованные фугы ебутся.
So, we have to cooperate to solve this problem.
That's a real shame.
I have no intention of arguing with you right now. Master Proxy and Miss Vivian are elsewhere, and we must rendezvous with them post-haste.
What a coincidence. That's exactly what I was thinking. Just this once, we should trust each other. For the proxy.
I have no objections.
Very well. Then you'd better keep your word. I know you've never fully trusted me, Lycon, even before it all fell apart.
Какие мы злые.
You wanted to speak to me alone?
I know you and Hugo are as thick as thieves and don't hide anything from one another. But you can't tell him what I'm about to tell you.
Did something happen with him?
Hugo is an intelligent and gifted child. He learns everything I teach with ease. In time, he'll grow beyond me. Reach a place where people will marvel and look up to him as a beacon.
Я не помню.
Yeah.
Были что на
As I
коже?
hate to admit it, he always picks things up just a teeny bit quicker than me.
В игре.
But none of that
Я
matters,
помню,
because I can
первый чел
overpower him easy.
чернокожий.
I don't think being gifted is a good thing for him.
What do you mean?
He bears a dark and painful past. What he was taught, the hatred he was faced with, everything he picked up. It's all become an integral, inseparable part of him. I believe that beautiful flowers can blossom even in the darkest abyss. But the roots of that flower would draw from evil instead of good. Hatred instead of love. It's a curse that flows through his lineage. A curse that fate branded him with. I've seen far too many people like that throughout this long life of mine. They struggle with this curse their whole lives. But they all end up failing in the end. The path of light is narrow and fleeting. And the darkness is filled with such temptation that dropping your guard for even just a moment can send you spiraling straight into the abyss.
Do you mean Hugo's going to be a bad guy?
I don't know. I hope he'll always stay true to his heart. That he won't give in to hatred and ambition. That he won't become the dragon that must be slain. But he has inherited the seed of evil. You cannot let it take root. I'm afraid I won't be there to help you. There's not much life left in this old body of mine. So then, Lycon, promise me now. You must hold his chain tight. To restrain him. To stop him. And when necessary, to choke him.
С механизмом.
You've become slow. Or maybe you've been on guard against me this whole time. And that's what's slowing you down. Looks like I was right. Lycon, I hope you're aware that the one who betrayed Mockingbird and went to work for the Mayflowers was you. Not me. I would never betray my companion.
I don't wish to repeat myself, but you should not break our oath.
That's the path I've chosen, and I'm going to stick to it.
But you know that path will lead you the wrong way.
Who are you to lecture me about right and wrong?
I believe any path that makes you feel pain must be the wrong one.
Your disgusting sympathies make me sick, Lycon. There's only ever been one person who can kill me or save me, and that is me.
Блин, ладно. А также не хватает Ренана. Почему в этом обновлении их не добавили? Как персонажи говорят.
That was loud. What's happening up ahead?
Hold on, everyone. I'll go check it out.
It's probably multiple ethereals attacking. Just in case, I'll go with you.
Vivian, you should go with them too. Keep an eye on Lycon, will you? I'm worried he might sell us out to the mayor when he gets the chance.
I'd never do that. But if Miss Vivian wishes to join us, she's more than welcome.
Okay, then I'll go with you.
Why do you look so nervous?
I've spent so much time by your side already. I need to get away from Lord Phaethon for a little bit, or I might die from this overwhelming happiness.
If that's the case,
Я
Miss
в
Vivian,
ахуе просто.
feel free to come along with me.
Okay. Alright.
Бля, какая она противная, я просто в ахуе.
So, how does it feel to be worshipped, Lord Phaethon?
You had that figured out a while ago, didn't you?
Sharp as always. But of course, I couldn't spoil it for her. She has to figure it out on her own. That's what makes it special.
Not only that, you asked Lycon and Vivian to leave for a reason. Is there something you'd like to say to me?
I can't keep anything from you, can I? I've always treated
Oof.
Vivian like my own little sister.
Сестренки, может,
Maybe it's just a coincidence, but she
Серена.
looks a lot like Serena. I think I mentioned it before. Serena was my half-sister. She passed away a long time ago. Vivian adores you. Whether you're Phaethon or just Belle. Of course, I also have a lot of respect for someone like you. Strong,
Боже, какой у вас
fair,
секс.
and genuinely kind. So I hope... I beg you, please keep her safe.
Hang on. What's that supposed to mean?
Think of it as the last bit of conscience I have left. A kid as pure as her. She should stay alongside someone who walks in the light. Like you. Not even Vivian can agree with all my beliefs. One day we'll go our separate ways.
Your beliefs? What do you mean exactly?
You probably heard from Lycon. We swore an oath when we started Mockingbird. We swore to use our own hands to right the wrongs in this world. But never, under any circumstances, would we take another human life. I stayed true to my words. Until my father, the man I hated, stood right before me. I could have ended his life easily, I remembered that damned oath and their repeated attempts to convince me. I didn't do it. Because of that, innocent people died. All because of him. If I'd killed him first, then none of those tragedies would have happened. People like him don't deserve. After that, I realized sometimes taking one life
Вот
really
этот
can
плюс.
save countless.
Объяснили вот этот моментик. Плюс вайп от Влада. Ну, давай туда.
I understand where you're coming from.
I knew you'd understand. Vivian has a good heart. I don't want her to get her hands dirty. But you know how it is. In this world, someone has to be the bad guy. So,
База.
I want to apologize to you.
Why apologize all of a sudden?
You're incredibly strong, kind, capable, and really, really lucky. The world needs more people like you. Remember that revenge movie I told you about, Children of Devils? I still haven't found it, but I came across another videotape with the same name. Turns out, in that story, the Children of Devils are actually the children of gods. Sorry for rambling. Hope you don't mind. They should be back soon. Please, look after Vivian for me.
In position.
Это, конечно, классно, но мне Вивиан бесит. Взлом очка.
What is this? It looks like a cocoon.
Careful, everyone. If I'm not mistaken, that's a sacrifice in there.
It appears to be in hibernation. We don't know when it'll wake up.
If it does wake up, we'll be in serious trouble.
Wait, those spots Bringer marked in his notebook. Are you saying each one might have a sacrifice like this? That means there must be at least a dozen of them. And that's only counting the ones we know so far. These sacrifices may still be hibernating, but the fact that there are so many of them out there is terrifying. The Exaltists must have a way to revive them. And that's not all. These sacrifices can exist outside the Hollows. If they make their way into populated areas...
I'm afraid it will lead to a catastrophic disaster likened to the fall of the old capital. That's almost certainly what they meant by vengeance against all New Eridu.
Let's find a way to get rid of these sacrifices. We can't let the Exaltists have them.
Thank you for helping me find this sacrifice. But sorry, kids. You won't be the ones to keep it.
It's that annoying old man. Why is he here?
I'd advise you to choose your words wisely, young lady.
You were
from the Ravenlock family. So it was you.
That face. Oh, I know you. I heard about what happened to your friend. Truly unfortunate. If only she'd been smarter.
It seems your goal was this sacrifice all along. You've been tailing us, haven't you? Keeping your distance so that I wouldn't notice.
As expected of a wolf tyrant, you are very perceptive. That's right. All thanks to your ex-partner, we were able to carry out our plan smoothly.
My ex-partner?
I'm not exactly happy being called that, but what he said is true.
Wait, Hugo, what do you mean?
I made a deal with Mr. Hartman in advance. So, would you kindly step aside and let us have this sacrifice? Of course, you can choose to refuse, but if you do, then I'll have to take coercive measures.
What did you offer him?
Everything we know about the sacrifices plus the core itself.
But
Yeah.
why?
It's simple. I want to climb higher. Mr. Hartman offered me a chance to join Tops. Who could say no to that?
Интересно, будет много терапии?
Impossible.
Типа,
You
продолжительно.
promised to help me investigate the Exaltists. You told me the whole point of Mockingbird was to do anything it takes to bring a little justice to this world. Was all of that just a lie?
You're just too gullible, Vivian. I also told you, everybody lies. To
Действительно.
hide their true intentions, people lie so smoothly.
Че, даже нам, что ли, наврал?
What a wonderful show of betrayal and
Просто есть вариант, либо он какой-то
Bravo!
гений 200
I've got no
IQ сделает.
interest in your little feud. But would you all be so kind
И не-
as to step aside? My men
Он
still have
не
some
даст самому
delicate handiwork to do. To extract that
здесь жертву.
sacrifice behind
Либо
Over my
реально злодей.
dead body.
Ау.
Flip the switch.
Don't look straight at the moon.
Блядь!
A perfect conduit. What you deserve. Flip the switch. Now you pay.
Не, типа... У Энби такой же принцип, как и типа вот уже массы, да? Но это будет настолько как-то вот неинтересно, я не знаю. По факту она тоже вот что-то копит там заранее, да, чтобы потом влететь под оглушение типа Сибишем Роном и так далее. Ну, короче, не знаю. Ой.
Dogs are such a pain. Hugo, stop standing around. Time for you to act. We had a deal. Give me the sacrifice core now.
Did we? I don't remember.
Chill.
I imagine this is your favorite kind of entertainment. Watching allies betray each other, suspicion festering until it all turns to bitter hatred. Seeing
Ну
people
качком.
tear each other apart like wild beasts, just like your decaying family. Does it comfort that dead conscience of yours?
What's that supposed to mean?
I am
Боже,
loving the
какой
look on your
клоун.
face right now. Right when you think you've succeeded, I'm here to tell you it was all fake. None of it was real. Let this pain sink in. It's karma for what you did to me back then.
You're insane. I have no idea what you're talking about.
You still don't recognize me, do you? Let me give you a little hint. My full name is Hugo
О.
Vlad Raven.
Ну да, ну это читабельно
That's
было.
impossible. You,
Хотя погоди.
you're part of our family?
Ну ладно.
I may be an illegitimate child, but I have the same blood flowing in my veins as you.
I know you. You're that bastard of his. Damn it. I could have sworn you were already.
My dear uncle, you were never worthy of your position. You have no claim to the Ravenlock lineage. You may have killed all of my father's other
Ты
children,
отца.
but sorry to disappoint. I'm still alive.
I'm still alive.
am the true
О
heir
боже, какой
to the
актер.
Ravenlock family.
А, не клоун, а актер
You're
больше.
a bastard. You have no right to inherit the...
Наверное, актер.
That's not for you to decide. Master Edmund is very supportive of my claim.
Edmund! That's impossible. You weaseled your way into top center circle?
Master Edmund doesn't care who achieves his goal. In other words, he'd happily let me take over the Ravenlock family, as long as I'm more competent than you.
This can't be! You don't know the family's real secret!
I know a lot more than you think, including everything that you've done. Just give up. You never even stood a chance.
Damn it.
This was all fake, right? You were just putting on an act to fool this old man, right?
Нет, актер.
I actually fell for it. Don't do that again. At least give us a heads up next time.
Vivian, everything I did was to rightfully inherit the Ravenlock family. That part is true. Now, I'm going to kill this man who stole what was never his. I'll make sure he can never be a threat again.
You can't kill him. We still need information from him on the sacrifices and the Exaltists.
О, начинается.
You must be misunderstanding something, Lycon. Just like you chose the mayor, I chose Tops. At least for now, Tops has the same interests as me. I'm not going to harm my own self-interests. Be it intel on the sacrifices or the core itself. I'm handing everything over to Master Edmund.
Why?
I just want to take back what's mine. If fate is not willing to give me justice, then I'll just have to seize it with my own hands. Stealing, robbing, lying, or betraying. I'll do whatever it takes.
Even if it means selling your soul to the devil? You know about the power struggle between Tops and City Hall. Those elites at Tops would be only too happy to see the Exaltists plotting a grand attack on New Eridu using sacrifices.
That would severely harm the Mayflower's reputation and approval rating in New Eridu. And that's exactly what Tops wants to see.
If that happens, countless people will die!
I'm sorry it has to be this way, but I have to do this. I'm going to get everything Master Edmund wants. Inherit the Ravenlock name, climb to the top. And then I'll be able to change everything for good. For a permanent and absolute victory. You must endure the pain of cutting away rotten flesh. And persevere through the darkest hour before dawn. Someone has to do it.
Hugo, it's not too late for you to stop.
Значит, наркотерапия. Живо.
This is the path I've chosen. Without power, resources, or strength, we can't do anything. Mockingbird is the perfect example. All the talk about using our power to tip the scales of justice and hover over them like the sword of Damocles. It's just a delusion. In their eyes, we're nothing but annoying gnats. Mockingbird has never really changed anything or saved anyone. Never in the past, not now, and never will in the future.
Вообще да, он не договаривал, типа, как он, типа, будет исправлять, типа, эту несправедливость. Типа, намерение, типа, идея-то хорошая, но намерение, конечно, пиздец. Ну, как я и говорил, конечно. Неоднозначно в этом плане.
None of it matters.
Ура, наркотерапия приехала.
I understand your anger and resentment, but you can't let those feelings consume you.
Sorry, Proxy. I know what you're trying to say. But this isn't some children's story of a dragon slayer becoming an evil dragon. Sometimes, to slay the dragon, you must first become one. With sharp claws, rending fangs, and strength enough to destroy anything. So I will bloody my hands. I will carry the weight of my sins. I will become the abyss.
Злюка. О, что? Таймстоп! Что? Ебать, там стоп! Таймстоп! Мужик, не бей! Блять. Ну это он передает, что можно ссать. Опять там стоп начался. Оп.
Focus.
Ой, я думаю, сейчас помочь получу. А, сюда получу помог мне. Ага. Ага. Блядь. Кто у кого-то 100... Фу, блядь, тайм 100. У меня или у него? Здесь не надо. Ну-ка. Ты вешаешь метку или нет? Я не помню. Да, точно вешает. Ну да, ну короче, как это является. Ну, типа, выглядит прикольно, но... А в чем смысл этой атаки?
All right, you got me. But too bad. I have my own methods.
Свои трюки. Куда?
What are you doing?
Не надо, Прокси.
Well then, make your choice. The sacrifice core, or your precious Phaethon? I know you took it. Don't forget, I'm the one who taught you that.
Okay, the core is yours. Just leave Lord Phaethon alone.
What a shame. Did you really think I'd keep my promise? That's right. This is the real me.
Блин,
What's
ты
the
просто...
Thinking of killing me? Didn't you say all life is precious? Drop your foolish facade.
I knew it. You...
He has inherited the seed of evil. Do not let it take root. When the time comes, you must be the one.
Ну-ка.
Go on, kill me. If you've got the guts, do it, traitor.
Опа. Опа. Неплохо так продырявил. Видимо. Там нихуя не видно.
Master Proxy,
Как же
are you
похуй.
okay? Are you hurt?
Don't worry, I'm fine. I just never thought things would turn out like this.
Lord Phaethon, I'm sorry. I had no idea Hugo would do that to you. I'm so sorry.
Тут не так.
It's all right. No matter what, this isn't your fault, Vivian.
If only I'd noticed sooner. I should have realized earlier. Hugo, he...
That's a hollow down there. If you need, I can arrange for someone to go in and search for his body.
That isn't necessary.
To be frank, I thought you'd hate him for his betrayal, Miss Vivian.
I do hate that he's keeping things from me, but all these years, Hugo's been like family to me. I believe he's still with us.
Да стоп, блядь, ну... Алло. Если уже героя заанонсили, то... В чем драма? Прикинь, если бы не заанонсили бы Влада. И такой... Блядь. Блин. Опа. Оба! Он выжил, ебать. Нихуя себе. И вы можете за него поиграть. Вау, это был бы вышпик. Так нет.
Me too. There's a chance he's still alive.
I'm terribly sorry, but I must tell you, it is impossible for Hugo to be alive. My hand went through his heart.
Sorry to interrupt everyone, but just so you know, Hartman's gone. Probably slipped away during all the chaos.
I'm sorry, I was so focused on Master Proxy's safety, I wasn't paying attention to him.
Same, but it doesn't matter. We all know what he did, and he will pay for what he did today.
Yes. I'll be reporting all of this to the mayor. He's not getting away with this. Well then, now that it's all over, let's head back.
Загадочная фигура.
Another obstacle out of the way. She's going to be pleased about this. May the Creator guide us.
Fear,
Опа, что там изображено?
suffering, despair.
Кто это, блядь? Короче, стопудов на Влад, как под шаг, там где изображен. И что типа того.
And destruction. That's the future I see. Lord Vathan.
Не правда, Кузя. Ну да. Тебе пизда. Ну блин. Это очень странно на самом деле. В плане план Хуга очень, конечно. Если, допустим, он бы соло, да, соло бы это провернул бы, то это было бы уже неплохо. Но так как, блядь, сука, есть, блядь, профессиональный нахуй боец, воин, нахуй, Изабол, блядь. И, блядь, Фури Волк, который, блядь, тоже на самом деле не, так сказать, не лох в этом плане. Типа, ну, пизда, короче. Вряд ли бы он стал испытанием для него одного. Да. Ну, типа, опять же, намекает на то, что, типа, Хуга все-таки братюнька, да, братюнька Фуриволка, это не вкуривает и не понимает намеков. И типа вот такое все. Ну вообще, если бы он навредил бы, то он бы самому бы в себе противоречил бы тогда. Что да, надо сказать, таки есть. Блядь, ты кто нахуй? Иди ты нахуй, блядь. Я не хочу, чтобы ты, блядь, было у меня, блядь. Я в ахуе. О боже. А ты в курсе, что, блядь, фаутены как бы еще и вайс считается, типа, ну. Зато катишь шары именно к гэшке, который выбрал сам игрок, блядь. Я не понимаю, блядь, нахуя? Нахуя этот выбор просто гэшек, если можно специально просто внедрить, блядь, сюжет двух гэшек и с ними, блядь, играться туда-сюда. Я в трихуе. Спи, блядь, на полу. Под шконкой. Я в ахуе. Не понял, просто что сразу. Ура, блядь. Оно закончилось, блядь. Да ну нахуй. Еще. Ладно, может, скорее всего, сюжетка с Энби подойдет. Не понял. Хорошая будет. ХЗ. Алло. Ура, я прошел этот трэш. Нужно бивать. Ой, блядь, пиздец. Ладно, сюжетка на самом деле, ну, с Владом, да, типа, прикольно. Но с одной стороны, блин. Настолько она такая вот в плане. Что нормально выразить свои мысли. Да, она такая, как будто действие вот, как сказать, все события какие-то вообще такие вот сильно посредственные, конечно, которые были. Раскрывали долго еще, плюсом, очень долго в этом плане. Типа, было бы это, типа, просто как задание, да? Типа, задание Хуга. Окей. Типа, я бы не возникал, но в основном сюжете, где нам интересно, что инцидент, блядь, с жертвой, блядь, с Брингером, блядь, основная линия с, мне как сказать, ну да, вот это все вот основная такая линия сюжета, типа, узнать побольше про ликующих, да, блять, скобочка, блять. И про зиждителя. Типа, ну тут, короче, очень больше, типа, акцент был на всей этой истории, блядь, с Уго, блядь, с Вивиан и с Ликаоном. Пиздец. Разбуди хуесоса. Сейчас пойду даже горит убить. Фаны Скорбят. Воу. Да где фу? Почему сюда нажимать? Ну, ладно, на том обороте типа почему-то нет фул текста, ну ладно. Ничего интересного. Правильно же сюда нажимать, да? Сюда жмакать. Сюда.
I just came back from Waterfall Soup.
What happened? Did something come up with General Chop?
No, nothing really. It might not even be a big deal. General Chop just mentioned that Soldier 11 hasn't come to eat noodles at the shop for quite some time. We haven't heard from her in a while either.
Немного дел.
Maybe she's had something important come up lately?
Something important, huh? But even if she was on a mission, she'd still try to reply to a message, especially if it was from you. This is starting to worry me now. If only her squad mates were with her.
Поехали. Дайте мне. О, ура. Алло, откройте слот, дайте. Что за прикол? Кому больше это подойдет? Можешь. Давай нету. Неко.
We've arrived at the coordinates Ray provided. She's so kind.
В чем Милакс добавим? Неподходящее слово. Алло. О! Она может... Погоди, она легко бьет? А, точно, я забыл. Я забыл, что она легко бьет. Пьяная дура. Блин, то, что она отходит назад, конечно, мне рядом, потому что не всегда получается оглушить. Меня тут напрягает.
Suspicious ether fluctuations over there.
Эффективное колебание очка. Ну такая же, да, механика с пулькой. Единственный, кого прочитал. А, я забыл посмотреть. Легенды. Что делать? А, сейчас она стала чаще бить. Без тяжелых атак. Это же не считывался с собой способность. Я же подпивас. Ой-ой-ой. Блин, ну кстати. Если, допустим, за Никомату, допустим, просто давать тычки, да? Просто давать тычки. Чтобы триггер триггерировался, как говорится. То, в принципе, вполне неплохо. Блин. Даже кошель поинтереснее будет, чем Энбит. Брат, я пойду сообщу.
Soldier 11?
Да. О.
Take out that sniper.
Ether vision activate. Won't let you take her.
Так, погоди. Ну хороший, мне надо ешку нажать. Мне надо будет в прайме. Да, ты просто дебил. Что там тыкаешь кнопки? А так оглушает. Да, кстати. Блин, это же интересно, нет? Еще бы стяжку какую-нибудь, кстати, прикинь. Okay. Да. Да. Это мы тоже. Ты. Блин, если вообще не думай, просто играть в команду, что... Ай. Допустим, если у меня не фукуня, она вообще не заканчивается. Мне просто надо за нее выходить пару раз. Это, блин, энергия не бесконечна. Блин, интересно.
Soldier 11! Damn it. You should have been no match for her.
Ah, the blind sniper. So you actually can see.
Release her, or else you'll have my bullets to answer to.
Your friend is beyond help, Snipe. There's no stopping Silver's revival.
Oh.
Damn you. Silver's revival. What did he mean by that?
Сейчас помню, что-то. Может, проспойлерили что-то. Нежный голосок. Драма. Может, новый альбом Астроял? С куриной котлетой. Ну-ка, оценка С. Ну, кстати, на удивление, С почти нет, но вполне неплохо. Ну, конечно, по одежде розовый.
The one who contacted me on Internet.
Yep.
Yep.
Oh, the burger. Sorry, I was starving, so I already finished it. Thanks for coming to meet me. Long story short, we need to stop Silver from coming back. By the way, what was your name again?
I hadn't introduced myself. I'm still unsure if I can trust you.
Oh.
Don't take it personally. I'm always cautious with people I've just met, especially someone from Internet who claims to
я не пойму, а
have
почему...
solid proof.
А почему, блять, сука, сначала нам типа... Как я должен понять, что я должен сначала пройти? Вот это, блять, или... Или чё? Так, сейчас. Что за бред? Почему меня пытаются запутать, блядь, типа? Почему это как приквел, блядь, к основному сюжету? Типа... Что за бред? Может, логично сначала, типа... Ну, тут понятно, что, типа, почему-то именно сюжетка с Эболом... Ну, типа... Не вошла в основной сюжет. Что очень странно. По логике тоже в этом обновлении, блядь, Эбол, потом в следующем приказке вот эта история, да, с Хуга и с Вивен. Короче, пиздец.
But I have to admit, you do seem kind of familiar. Even though I can't see your face, you somehow remind me of a friend. A friend friend who's in danger.
They've taken her, haven't they?
Wait, how much do you actually know?
I'm just as clueless as you about what's happening. But you might have heard of me. I'm Andy, the former captain of Silver Company.
So, you're...
Yeah, that's me. I'm the one who died in Soldier 11's place. So you should get why I feel responsible for her.
Would you understand if I say I'm still not completely convinced?
No worries. I've dealt with even more skeptical people before. Trust isn't gained on words alone. So how about we meet inside the hollow?
Inside the hollow?
I'm not the best with words. Showing you through my actions might be more convincing. You just need to see me in battle.
Поговорите с Прокси. Быстро. Довольно-таки первый не закончилось. Че? Мы найдем ее кошетка. Может звать себя кошетка?
take a good look at your movements. Ether vision activate. I'll take point.
Unfortunately, the enemy is too weak. I won't be able to show you my full combat abilities.
You don't strike me as the type of person who'd say something like that. Recalibrating. Supporting position. I see now. There's no mistaking it. You really are that Anby. A person's fighting style is a raw response in life and death situations. It can't be easily faked like a resume or some other physical token. You and Soldier 11, the way you fight and use ether, it's nearly identical. Incredible.
We're sisters. Assuming that sisters means replicas from the same blueprint, that is.
So the rumors circulating in the military about Silver Company, they're really true?
How much have you heard?
Only that Silver Company no longer exists. But biologically creating soldiers in mass quantities, how could that even be possible?
From what I know, besides intelligent constructs, everyone is born biologically. Delivered by storks, so they say. So, making one isn't much different from making 100.
Was that supposed to be a joke?
Yeah, my jokes never really hit the mark. Sorry about that.
No, I'm the one who should be saying sorry. I was just astonished. I never thought the military had this level of technology. If they could mass-produce soldiers, then why would they still...
I understand. If they could use replicas as cannon fodder, then why still risk human lives? That's what you're thinking, right?
I was trying to say it in a more... diplomatic way.
It's okay. I won't take offense. Not over this. They'd probably say the reason is because replicas are simply too expensive. While a Silver Company soldier could change the game, it costs nearly as much as training a top-tier general and paying their fees and pension for their family. The real cost isn't in creating the mind or body, but in replicating the subject's unique physical abilities, mental aptitude, and reflexes. And what's even more costly is that, for reasons that were not fully understood when the research was halted, these unique qualities couldn't be fully replicated in mass production. As for the inferior ones, they were deemed as disposable.
Anby, that's not what I meant.
Yeah, I'm sure you didn't. But there's always someone who does mean that. There's always someone with an agenda, trying to use us. Maybe that's why Silver Company fell. I won't forgive those people. Any of them. However, the downfall itself isn't entirely a bad thing. With Silver Company gone, their evil technology was lost with it. Or so I thought. Until now.
Silver's revival. So you're saying someone has resurrected that technology? Soldier 11's abduction seems linked to this. I have to admit, your theory has some merit. But as far as I know, all the data from that time was erased. Could it be the Defense Force? Hold on. Something doesn't add up.
What are you thinking about?
If they truly wanted to secretly revive this technology, they wouldn't need to take Soldier 11 at all. I know my squad mate. All it would take is an order from up top, But she put herself on the operating table without a peep.
Ну хотя она не знает тоже, что он тоже... Тоже копирка. Этих солдат вонючих. Ну ладно, прям. This.
Really? So that's how she is now.
She's the model example of a loyal soldier. Isn't that how you remember Soldier 11?
No, I never knew a Soldier 11 in the past. Only...
How could this be happening? There shouldn't be so many ethereals here.
I recognize this formation. We once used it to battle ethereals.
What?
It's another legacy of Silver Company. Back then, we had a brilliant sister who excelled in strategy over combat. Let's handle this. The person we're after must be behind it. TWCA Type 3.
Is that the name of that formation?
Ether Vision Act. Roger. Thunder! Be gone!
Надо почитать прям хуйню. А, как я почитаю, то есть. Ну, типа, в плане, чтобы я в лобби можно было прочитать. Что вообще делать?
This feels familiar. I don't like it.
Not one for nostalgia? I'm starting to understand you more now. Quick shot! Ether Vision activate.
Evasive maneuver.
Cop this bullet. Will reach its mark. Time to take them down. Show no mercy.
Eliminating target.
Долби.
Adjusting for wind. The target's weary.
Так, она просто цепочка, да, тоже? А, нет, по цепочке. Не переход в этот режим. Нет, система. Так, вы помните, что они начали идти?
In movies, that's the old Silver Squad uniform.
I see. Let's give chase.
Ты помнишь, что они начали делать такие вот сценки, да, без касцен? Неделя. Собственно, это выглядит не кринжово, с другой стороны. Если придираться, то... Да.
As expected of Captain, her skills, they're still as sharp as ever. Truly remarkable. I feel honored just being her defect. Silver Squad can't be without its captain. Ouch. Give me some meds, eh? You're the worst of any defect. I know you can't talk, but is there something wrong with your nerves too? Be gentle. Seriously,
в этом плане, типа, неприродно.
I have fewer and fewer parts of my original body, and yet I feel more and more pain. I'm curious why that is. But you wouldn't understand such a complex question, would you? Because you're an idiot. Enough. Stop making that miserable noise. Now, about our subject. She's still alive, right? There you are. So, they call you Soldier 11 now, right? What a hideous name. But looking at you now, you do have a pretty face. Pretty and pitiful. This face is the only thing we have left in common. Aside from that, I'm nothing like you. I've lost all my limbs. I'm no longer a complete member of Silver Squad. And I need a complete body for the experiment. Which is why I need you. What? You're asking me what happened? But you should know what happened that day. It was the day you weren't there. Captain Anby traded herself for you. Even with her incredible strength, she could only save one of us. But why did it have to be you? Why not me? Why not Twiggy? Tell me why! They were all dead. Heaps and heaps of corpses crushing me. When they found me, my limbs were severely corrupted. I couldn't move. I couldn't fight back. I used to be a soldier, ready to defend this city. But that day, I was... Hey! What do you think you're doing? You startled me. Alright, fine. You're just here to remind me, right? They're here to pick up today's shipment. I'll go handle it. After that, I'll come back and tell you the rest of today's story. It seems Soldier 11 is being held captive here. So what's the plan?
The plan?
Shh. Let's discuss it over there.
Все.
This place is cold.
Ой.
I sense the frigid air from outside. It carries a strange scent, too. Someone's entering. Are you hidden?
Don't worry. It's dark here, and the machines are pretty noisy. They won't detect me.
Soldier 11, wakey wakey. That's odd. I know I've taken quite a few samples from you and injected some meds, but you'll tough it out, won't you? Won't you? Do you enjoy being pampered? Because you're the youngest sister? Oh, that won't do. Get up and play with me.
Делать нехуй.
Good. That's my girl. Now, let's continue our story. Where was I? Ah, yes. About how some kind scavengers found me without limbs. Such kind-hearted folks. They sold me. And unfortunately, my ignorant new owner couldn't see any use for a limbless worm like me. So I was sold off again. I was treated like merchandise on the black market. Sold alongside gangster stuff and modded bamboo. That's when I realized we Silver Company soldiers weren't any different from bamboo. Just made of flesh and blood. The only real distinction is we feel more pain. And that's when I met her. She bought me as a trophy girl, cut me open and operated on me, checking my internal organs by hand. Anesthesia doesn't work on us. You know that, right? So it hurt. It hurt like hell. Then, out of the blue, she smiled at me. Looking back now, I think she must have noticed something unusual about my body. She told me that she was once a military doctor, but was discharged, and now worked as a rogue doctor. She was familiar with everything about Silver Company, and was willing to help me. So, I underwent surgery and received mechanical prosthetics. Nothing too fancy. I don't think I'll ever use them for combat, but they serve their purpose, helping me stand and do calculations. My true value lies in my memory. You see, my brain is the only thing that has remained intact. Thus, I remember everything. I remember our home, and the time spent with our sisters. I remember that as long as we fought alongside our captain, we were considered the most powerful fighting force. I remember assisting in their research and using my own 2 hands to welcome new sisters into this world. That rogue doctor used her connections to get me some incomplete research data. Using my fragmented memories combined with that data, I was able to piece things together. And now, I've nearly revived the technology of Silver Company. Fortunately, I've remembered. I've survived and can recall our past. And now, reforming Silver Squad is my mission. Because this is my home. Our home. So, do you like my plan, Captain Anby?
When did you notice me?
My little puppy spotted you a while ago, and I instructed her to raise the alarm. You know, Captain, I'm actually glad you're here. I've been thinking that we need to talk.
Give her back, and then we'll talk.
If you want her, come get her yourself.
Быть как? Я был не готов.
I've got it.
Погоди. Я типа нажал Ешку, но не нажал.
Adjusting for wind.
Watch out.
Copy. Quick shot. Recalibrating. Increase firepower.
Opening.
Time to pin them down. The target's weary.
Standing by.
Supporting position. Sniper's creed. One shot, one kill. Time to pin them down. Supporting position. You're in my sight. Quick shot. Ether vision activate.
Neutralize.
Вот что она делает? Это что, какая-то быстрая помощь или что? Типа, что это? Как это,
That's the Captain Amby I know.
так сказать,
Cleaning your
притягивать
knives with the
к
filthy
врагу?
blood of this scum suits you. Don't give me that, idiot. Now you're worried about whose side I'm on? Our side, of course. I created you so you never saw Captain Amby in her prime. After everything I've been through, I thought I would have forgotten. But I still remember. So, have you ditched the uniform, Captain?
Twiggy.
I'd keep it as pajamas if I were you. It's nice to reminisce about the days of glory and agony, isn't it?
I never knew you were still alive, Twiggy.
Yeah, I was always the worst at fighting. But I survived. It's only natural for you not to expect that, Captain.
You're not as terrible a fighter as you think. Your sharp mind makes up for it.
Yes, you said something similar before. I'll never forget that. You persuaded them to keep me, and you encouraged me to acknowledge my true value. You're right. I am valuable. I understand that all too well now. Trash may perish easily, but not me. I'm valuable. Precious even. There's always someone who sees value in me. Just like you did before. Sometimes I wonder if I were just an ordinary citizen in New Eridu and not part of Silver Squad, maybe I could have become a researcher at the White Star Institute, studying deep topics like 3 forms of etheric manifestation in specific hollows. Sure, I might be sharp, but there are different kinds of smart. Growing up in Silver Squad, I had no street smarts. Competing for profit, seeing through lies, and striving for a better life with limited resources. These I had to learn the hard way, year after year.
You've been through a lot. Is that why you're doing this now?
I don't need a reason. At least not one to convince you. The only person I've needed to convince is my backer.
You know better than anyone. Silver Company was an evil undertaking. That technology should never resurface.
Evil? Are you suggesting that you, I, and our sisters were all evil?
We are evil incarnate.
So, we should all just be destroyed?
No, but we should not continue in our evil.
Oh, I see. That's very enlightening, Captain. We should be eating burgers, watching movies, working a job, and going on dates. Instead of being maimed, sold, tortured, and struggling to survive. You know I care for you, Captain Anby. Whatever you do, I won't hold it against you. But that doesn't mean you can stand here and say these things so lightly to my face.
You know where I am, don't you? You know where I live, what burgers I like, what movies I watch, and who I spend time with. Since you know, you're welcome to visit me anytime, Twiggy. I'm your captain. I'll personally deliver the punishment you deserve, and then seek redemption with you together.
Captain.
We can still make things right before you make a greater mistake. Fortunately, I found you before things got any worse. I have so much to tell you, but maybe another time.
Новотерапия номер 2. Че? Ой.
All right, I'm returning. Your favorite girl. Now we're even, Anby.
Twiggy?
I said we're even. From now on, you can stop acting like a captain and save this foolish talk.
Soldier 11! Wake up, Soldier 11! Anby, she doesn't look good. We need to get out of this hollow ASAP.
I see how it is. Twiggy, I'll be back. I won't just abandon you.
You're sick in me. Like I said, just save the foolish talk. I can't stand to hear that kind of mush from someone who looks exactly like me.
It's not mush. And I hope you'll get used to it. Let's go, Trigger.
Hey, go contact you-know-who. Ugh, cut the crap! You think I don't realize I shouldn't cut the middleman and contact the client directly? But look at the mess we're in! The junk she's brought won't fix this.
Это музыка, которая мне принесла, тебе поможет. Что, блядь,
Our best shot is exploiting Anby's inner weakness. She's let go of her most lethal weapon, her daring and ruthless fighting style. Now she's like a hired gun with a family to feed, focused on surviving to get the paycheck. I can handle her if we exploit that. But I need to keep everything in check, or else all my efforts so far will have been...
You've been diligent, little Twiggy.
Stop calling me that!
As you know, your research is crucial. You're just like me. We're here to foster hope. Our work is the only cause worth fighting for in this world. Of course, I understand. Sometimes, when hope is scarce, certain issues can only be resolved with sheer violence. The stuff I mentioned last time is ready. Send some of your people to retrieve it. It's not exactly new Eridu tech, so use it carefully.
Я все пойму. Пора смотреть на спящих девушек.
What is this place?
О боже.
Who am I?
You're awake, Harin.
Great, you're awake. I've been worried about you, Soldier 11.
Soldier 11? Is that my name? It sounds odd and could easily get confused with another number like Soldier 161051. Only a fool would call herself that.
I can see you're doing much better now, but I won't let you talk about yourself like that.
Her memories seem jumbled. The injuries might be more serious than they appear. When a Silver Company replica is severely wounded, their memories are often the first thing to fail. Even me, all those years ago, there was a time when I couldn't remember anything.
Is that so? Then what about your combat skills? Were they affected?
Would the Defense Force abandon her if she couldn't fight anymore? Well, I know we wouldn't do that. Proxy.
Yeah, having one more mouth to feed won't hurt. It's nothing compared to our monthly electricity bill.
Plus, our little black cat needs another playmate. He's already getting bored of us.
You know how short-handed we are, right, Charon? Oops, I mean Trigger.
Charon?
Алло. Кен.
There you go, trying to be funny again. Guess that's your unique charm, manager. Jokes aside, I can't vouch for the Defense Force, but I can promise that Obel Squad won't abandon her.
I see. Well, we know how resilient she is, so we're confident she'll bounce back.
It seems you and Soldier 11 go way back, Anby. Could you share more about her? And maybe how we can help her recover faster? We're here to help. Are you sure it won't be too much trouble for you?
Don't worry. Nicole's caused a lot more trouble for us. Besides, Soldier 11 is our friend too.
I see. In that case, what she needs now is nothing too out of the ordinary. Warmth, comfort, safety, and relaxation. Also, some familiar faces, as well as her favorite foods. Ah, right. I should get her some burgers for an energy boost. I'll be right back. Not so fast, Anby. Burgers aren't exactly Soldier 11's favorite. Oh, they're not? What does she like then?
It seems Trigger already left to get it.
You'll probably find her near Waterfall Soup. By the way, General Chop is concerned about Soldier 11 as well. Be sure to let him know that she's improving.
Yeah, don't worry. She's in good hands with us here.
Энди в ахуе.
I got Soldier 11's favorite spicy noodles from that enthusiastic chef. I couldn't see if the noodles look spicy, but just the steam from the chili peppers alone is making me cry.
So, spicy noodles is her thing. I had no idea.
Well, that's the Soldier 11 I know. She would come to 6th Street whenever she had free time. Maybe she feels more at home here than back in the barracks. She rarely talked about anything other than training, combat, and promotions. But when she did, she'd usually mention super spicy noodles, the video store owners, the arcade, and cats.
Did she ever talk about me?
You might not like the answer. Soldier 11 has never brought you up, but she seems fixated on a certain betrayal. Apparently, someone very important to her that she admired greatly vanished without a trace, leaving her to deal with that awful situation by herself. The person left without so much as an explanation. In the military, such actions are seen as desertion. And eventually, such deserters are marked as KIA by detached and indifferent officers. Does any of that ring a bell?
I have nothing to say. Even if she resents me, she has the right to do so.
That's pretty cold, even for me. May I suggest something?
What's that?
If you want to mend things with Soldier 11, don't say anything like that to her. Trust me, don't.
But that's the truth. I have no excuses for that. I lost my memory when I left the army. Once it returned, I wanted to contact Soldier 11, so I asked Nicole to check on her. Then I learned that she was doing well, that she had joined Obel Squad, and that she's an exemplary soldier who recently got promoted. She had a new captain and new comrades, so I felt her troubled past in Silver Squad might only weigh her down. I had no reason to show up again. Trigger,
What?
tell me, if you were me, you would have made the same call, right?
If I were you... Yes, I might have.
That's what I thought. So, even if she hates me, I deserve it.
But I'm not you, Ambi. That's the point. If I were in your shoes, I would let Soldier 11 know she was never betrayed or abandoned. I'd let her know that her comrades would search to the ends of the earth for her, and that they'd never forget her.
Trigger, you're really amazing.
That's all you have to say?
Yeah, I'm really impressed. It must be nice to have you as a comrade.
I'm not so sure about that. But we have more pressing matters to discuss now. What are you planning to do next?
I'm heading back into the Hollow to put an end to everything with Twiggy. That evil tech must never resurface again. But before that, I want to apologize to Soldier 11.
Apologize? But given the current state of her memory, she might not remember it afterward.
That's the idea.
Wait, really?
Yeah, that's the best choice for my cowardly side.
Seems like it's really weighing on your mind. All right, if there's anything I can do, just say the word.
In that case, I need you to prove something to me.
Prove something? Like what?
Prove that you can take good care of Soldier 11. That's the only way I can hand her over to her new comrades without worrying.
Alleviating all your worries might not be a good thing either. But I understand. I'll prove that I can take care of her. Now then, let's head back. After all, we don't want to show up with a bowl of soggy noodles for our patient.
Свидание. Ясно, понятно. Ясно. не могу сказать. Как они так побратюдились, блин? Сдружились. Прям настолько. Когда не успели. Ну, типа, да, типа, они там праздновали, допустим, вот, когда была сюжетка с... Блять. С Кривыми зайцами, да, с Никоматой. Ну, как-то неожиданно, я бы сказал. За этим наблюдать. Ты пес. Ау.
Nicole,
Well, look who decided to come back.
I'm sorry for leaving without saying anything. You can punish me however you see fit, Nicole.
What's the use in punishing you? If anything, I'd prefer some compensation. So, how do you plan to make it up to me? I'm waiting.
I'll give up my favorite burger. From now on, I'll eat noodles every day.
Hey, that's more like compensating General Chop than me.
That won't cut it, huh? Then I won't try to squeeze in between you and Nekomata when we watch movies.
Come on. Nekomata's usually the one who's squeezing in between you and me. Show me some sincerity here.
I see. Okay. I'll
Ой-ой-ой. О,
forfeit my
нет.
paychecks
О,
from now
нет.
on.
Не, зачем?
Yes. And I'll
Нет.
persuade Billy to give up his pay too. Is
Нет.
that good enough for you?
Wait a sec. Are you trying to tarnish our
Здесь хочет.
reputation as an honest business? Forget it. You owe me big. I'll tell you what I need from you later.
Nicole.
Fine. Forget it. Just spare me that pitiful look. Listen, Ambi. It doesn't matter who you were or what mess you've gotten into. The cunning hairs doesn't need to be a burden to you. We don't need you to shield us, and we won't intrude when you need space. You're not the only one here with a troubled past. I just wish you'd trust me more. Otherwise, I feel like I'm a total failure.
Sorry.
Это отсылка,
I won't
блядь.
try to justify what I did. I
Давайте.
shouldn't have run off on my own.
Пятизвездочную, блядь, Николь. Давайте, я жду. Ой, бля. Я в ахуе. Я понял, откуда эта шиза начала. Как сказать? Ну да, с чего началась эта шиза?
Once this is over, I'll answer all your questions. No more hiding anything.
That's my good girl. You're a terrible liar, you know.
I know. By the way, I have a favor to ask you.
Oh, you finally need me?
Yeah, there's a woman who looks like me. She wears a Defense Force uniform and goggles. I think she should be pretty easy to spot. Can you help me locate her?
Piece of cake. On average, finding a cat takes us 3 hours, 14 minutes, and 8 seconds. Finding a person is way easier. I'll contact some of my sources. I'll let you know as soon as I get any information.
Клипы девочковых групп. О, вот.
Who's there?
Ambi! It's you!
Yeah, it's me. A reliable source mentioned that you've been worried about me lately.
Nonsense! Where did you hear something like that? Darn it, Billy. I'll scratch all this paint off like scrubbing a nonstick pan with steel wool. I swear on my favorite mackerel that I will.
I'm touched. Thank you, Nekomata.
Don't be. And no thanking me.
I heard you even prepared a gift for me?
A gift? Well, yeah, I did. But it's not like I made it just for you or anything. Here you go.
Кукла Энби.
Oh, a doll. Is it supposed to be me? With this rough stitching, I'm guessing you sewed it yourself? This is too much, Nekomata. I can't accept this.
Чё?
Nah, stop being dramatic. I got thought a doll making kit and was gonna make one that looks like Nicole. But it turned out super ugly. With a big head and tiny little body. It didn't look anything like Nicole. So I altered it a bit and wow! It somehow looked just like our Ambi.
But I don't look like this.
No, it's exactly like you. It's like your little twin. Alright, take it. Keep it with you all the time. And don't let it out of your sight.
You want me to carry it and never let it out of my sight? Oh, wait, you didn't stash some sort of contraband inside it, did you? Are you trying to get PubSec to arrest me?
Yeah? Just because I'm a street cat doesn't mean you should be prejudiced like that. There's no contraband in the doll. I swear on Nicole's lap.
All right, I'll trust you. Let me do something for you in return. How about some mackerel noodles?
Oh, Lady Nekomata appreciates your rare treat. But not now.
Not now? But the noodle shop is close by.
Once things settle and you're safe, you can treat me to those mackerel noodles.
Oh. Никомата имба.
So, here you are.
Sorry, Anby. I snuck out with her.
Are you feeling okay?
Are you speaking to me? You seem familiar. Like I've seen you somewhere before. But I can't quite remember.
I'm Anby. Does that name ring a bell?
No. I don't recall anyone named Ambi. Sorry. Maybe we knew each other, but this person named Trigger told me that my memory's off right now. I'll get better. And maybe then I'll remember something about you.
I see. Where did you and Trigger go today?
We tried some food called noodles. They were this amazing, fiery red color. It was delicious. Then we pet some creatures called cats. They were different than I expected, surprisingly soft. We went to an arcade, did some shopping, drank some tea milk, and even opened surprise boxes. Then we went to a dim, noisy place and watched a movie. I think that's what they called it. During the movie, someone took advantage of the dark environment to attempt a theft. Fortunately, I still remembered some basic combat skills, so I managed to subdue the thief and turn them over to public security. The public security office isn't far from here. After we wrapped up there, Trigger suggested we watch the sunset by the river.
You sure know how to plan a date, Trigger.
The video store manager taught me all this. I'm just a good student. Anyway, I think I did a good job. Right, Soldier 11?
Yes. I had a great time. Still, I can tell my body isn't really used to relaxing. I can always feel an urge to do some push-ups or some other exercise.
That's our model soldier for ya. So, Anby, can you relax now? Soldier 11 is important to me. I don't ever want to lose another squad mate, so I promise to look after her. You can focus on the matters at hand now. Once everything's settled, if you choose to face her, I'll be there to vouch for everything you've done for her. And if you prefer to stay out of it, no pressure. I understand the weight of your history with Silver Company. It's like a heavy chain around you both.
I'll break that chain.
I have faith in you.
Thanks, Trigger. In that case, please keep this for me while I'm away.
What's this? A doll? It looks a little familiar.
It's very cute.
Please, keep it safe until I come back. Right now, it's my most cherished possession.
Don't worry. If it means that much to you, we'll be sure to keep it safe.
Thanks.
It gets chilly by the river at night. Let's head back to the video store and get something warm to wear.
Сидит, задротит.
I remember you from earlier today. Ambitizinia.
It's Anby. Just Anby.
Sorry. It seems my memory still hasn't recovered yet. It's frustrating not knowing what I've forgotten.
I can help with that.
You can help?
I can tell you what you've forgotten, Harin.
Harin. Is that my name?
It was your name before you were Soldier 11. The name I knew you by. Back then, we used to find nice-sounding words to call each other. The higher-ups were aware, but didn't intervene.
I don't like that name. It sounds too weak for me.
Yes, you've said the same thing before.
So what exactly is this Silver Squad? And who decides who's qualified or not? There's a lot I don't understand. If it's connected to my past, then please tell me everything.
Sure, I'll explain it all. Just allow me to do one thing.
Huh. One thing? What's that?
Allow me to apologize to you. There were many things I didn't understand then, and still don't understand even now. All I know is that we were used as pawns in a power struggle within the army. And, in the end, they chose to keep only one replica.
And that was you, Anna? As you said, you were considered the top performer.
I'm not Anna. That's someone else. But yes, I was selected. They devised an operation, a suicide mission. No one was expected to return alive. My name wasn't on the list for deployment. But the night before, You went too hard in training and got injured. So I took your place.
Mm-hmm.
Did you survive the mission?
Take a guess. I saw my squad mates buried in the rubble. The memories are all a little foggy, even to this day. I'm not sure how I survived, or how I was able to stand before the senior officers.
How could they issue such a ruthless order? Sending their own soldiers to die? We're living, breathing human beings.
That's the point, Harin. Are we humans? I assume you can also issue combat orders now. When you send a squad of explosive bamboo into the enemy base, do you consider their well-being?
But bamboo aren't humans. I don't have to consider that.
That's what they said too. Replicas aren't humans. So, they ordered Silver Squad to their deaths. But since you are still a survivor, they ordered me to execute you.
Did you go through with it?
What do you think?
It appears you didn't. But if it were me...
Would you have followed their orders?
No. I would have executed the officers who issued that suicide mission. So what did you do?
I fled. I offered to exchange my life for yours. And then fled. I didn't trust them. So disappearing seemed like the only feasible option. I knew that once I was gone, they wouldn't harm you, because you were their only asset. Seems like I made the right call. At least I got to see you again. I've had a good life, but it took me a long time to figure out who to hate. If I were to hate everyone who hurt us, that would be too much. I couldn't live carrying so much hatred. It's impossible. And Nicole told me that I shouldn't hate myself. So, eventually, I realized that all the suffering stemmed from the Silver Company tech, and the fact that we replicas were not seen as humans. According to a movie Belle loaned me from the store, this is referred to as an ethical dilemma. Life shouldn't be engineered. Only then did it dawn on me that many people were already aware of this issue. There are a lot of smart people out there. So, I'm sorry, Harin.
Why apologize? According to everything you just told me, you didn't do anything wrong. I'm crying. Why am I crying?
It's all my fault. I was the captain of our squad and responsible for everyone, but I let you all down. I wasn't wise or strong enough, and I was a coward. If I weren't a coward, I wouldn't have waited until this moment to apologize. I'm only willing to share this now because I know you'll forget everything soon.
Forget everything? But that's impossible. Why?
Silver Squad soldiers who are critically injured have their recent memories wiped within 24 hours. Yours is about to reset. I can't keep avoiding this, Harin. I have to face our old squad mate. I don't know what other cards she has up her sleeves, and I can't guarantee anything. I can only try my best. I might survive, but if the worst comes to pass, I don't want you to bear the weight of my death. So, just forget this conversation, and have a good night's sleep.
No, Anby. You're being selfish. I don't accept your apology. I don't!
It's almost midnight.
Anby. What is this place? What am I doing here? Who am I?
Your name is Soldier 11. Good night.
Лол.
Sorry. I must have been talking too loud just now and woke you up.
Anby, what are you planning to do?
What do you mean?
Come on, don't hold out on us. Are you sneaking out on some super dangerous business?
There's actually something I need to take care of. No need to worry about me. I'll be fine.
Don't try playing cute with us. Didn't I tell you before? We have a right to know about whatever it is you're involved with this time.
Plus, Anby, if you've really been working on yourself like you said, then you should learn how to ask for help. This thing you're facing, you might not be able to handle it yourself, right?
Even if that were the case, it's still my responsibility, and mine alone. At least, that's what I planned on saying.
Oh?
But the lone wolf in the movies never gets a happy ending. And even if they win, they'll end up losing their home, their pet cat, their daughter, or their lover. I don't want to lose anything, or anyone important to me, Proxy. So please, help me. Take me back in that hollow, and help me smash up that weird lab, so I can get some closure with my former family.
Wise and I have been waiting for you to say that.
Is that your strategy then? Getting us to help you out for free?
You don't have to do it for free. Just tack it on to the Cunning Hair's tab. I'll be back to settle the bill once this is all over. But right now, I've got someplace to be.
Don't go running off into any hollows alone, you hear?
I won't. Don't worry. I want you to be the first one, Proxy. The first to witness my resolve.
Boy.
Long time no see. Replica number 0. Silver Squad. Captain. I thought I'd never see you again.
So, this is what you were like back in your Silver Squad days, Anby?
I never thought I'd be back in this uniform.
Ну, в бан выходим. Ну, блин, я не понимаю логики. Может сначала типа... Ну, это же, блин. Плохо, да, он так перемещается, блядь. С этими атаками в рывке. Кстати.
Old memories are coming back with this uniform.
This new you is so reliable, Anby.
The past me was reliable too.
True.
Верно.
The enemy's tough. Be careful.
Orders received.
No need to be... Is this the lab that needs to be destroyed?
I never expected to one day be the one guiding you, Proxy.
I'm heartbroken, Ambi. Here I was thinking this was a family matter between sisters. But you've gone and brought in.
You're no match for me, whether I bring help or not. Twiggy, Silver Squad is gone. You will never be able to rebuild it. We both know how difficult it is to create a Silver Soldier capable of engaging in combat operations.
What if I didn't need to?
Didn't need to. What?
There's one thing you're wrong about. I've already done it. I've achieved the conditions for rebuilding my very own Silver Squad.
Ooh.
This is so weird. These Ambies. No, these people.
Быть
None of them
понарожали
seem to
этих
have
имби.
any fighting abilities.
Weird. These people don't look like soldiers to me.
Twiggy, what have you done?
What do you think I've done? I've done something that can stop my organs from being harvested. That can put me in touch with the big shots at Tops. That can help fund my research.
No, that's impossible. You're harvesting and selling their organs. You created all these sisters of ours just to harvest them like animals?
I just used them to exchange for a few necessary resources to reform Silver Squad. I needed a family, really. That's all. You said it yourself. These sisters of ours, right? We are sisters. And we are family. So if we're family, why don't you feel the same pain as me?
Ну, это, конечно, шиза какая-то.
It's a real shame, you know. Neither Harry nor I were perfect enough. No matter how hard I try, all I can make are defects. Good for nothing but a supply of organs. But it's not like there hasn't been any progress. I haven't even told anyone about this yet. But just earlier, I managed to make some improvements to the technology which will stabilize control of the cloning process. Once that's in place, the cost of producing a competent soldier will be at an all-time low. We'll have achieved just what the initial project report said. The magic of producing an army out of sugar and air. Anby. Captain Anby. As things stand, there's still a chance for us to work together. You are the final piece of the puzzle. We can produce a steady supply of true soldiers so long as you cooperate. We'll keep everything under wraps until we build a huge army of our own. Just think what such an army could do. Nobody would ever dare humiliate us again. Our Silver Squad could crush New Eridu to smithereens. And you would be its commander. And me, I'm fine with whatever. Put me to death if you like. I deserve it for wasting... I mean, killing all those sisters of ours. Whatever you want. Captain,
Ебать она дура.
do you want to come home?
This is not my home. I feel disgusted. I'm sorry, Twiggy. But now I wish you had died back in the Hollow.
I know. I feel the same way about myself. Disgusted.
Уа.
What are you doing, idiot? You absolute idiot! Are you insane? You're just a defect. Your body won't be able to handle it. You'll make everyone. I want to protect you. Protect all of you. Thank you for letting me be born. I will never let you be lonely.
Just... А, не успел. Прикол.
You. Why did you come?
Подмога.
I haven't forgotten the art of combat. Silver Company formation. TWAN, Anti-Ethereal Mark II. The current you feels really familiar.
Мужики!
I never expected to be able to face you like this. Okay.
Боже, как она присутствует. О!
Now you pay. Show no mercy, even if our opponent is pretty.
Ready. That's my line.
Ай. Типа я должен их одновременно убить? Ай, блядь. Ну все, уже пиво. Ой. Мужики, не надо. Не. Девчата, не надо. Блядь. Ульта, допустим.
At least, you shouldn't miss it too often.
Flames, obey me! The final blow.
I won't let you have it.
Now you pay.
Ну, начинается. Ой-ой-ой. А чё не пополам? Ну ладно. Жестокости у нас же нет таки.
Did I fail the combat test again? I told you I'm not good at fighting. But as long as Captain's here, I'll be okay. Right?
Уф.
You. What are you doing here? Aren't you supposed to be with Trigger?
Trigger was the one who covered for me, so I could come here. She's probably still dealing with the enemies that we met on the way here.
You shouldn't be here. You weren't supposed to remember anything.
Ambi. Turns out you're not a traitor at all. You're a coward. I'd still be completely in the dark if it weren't for that funny-looking doll.
Huh? You mean there's... Something wrong with the doll that Nekomata gave me?
С подвохом.
There was a camera stuffed inside its head. It recorded your whole confession to me before its battery died. I didn't understand everything, but I knew enough to take action.
А зачем надо было?
Seeing as we're sisters, I couldn't let you take this risk alone. And I knew that you didn't betray us. I liked that feeling. It was enough to help me believe in many
Зачем
things
ты это
again.
сделал?
Proxy, her condition is extremely unstable. Please, get her out of here as fast as you can.
Got it. Whatever happens next is something you have to do by yourself. Right, Ambi?
This tech has to be... Thank you for letting me be...
Ambi,
Proxy, you're still here?
don't worry. Soldier 11 is safe with Trigger. You can trust her.
Знаешь, что теперь оператор у меня в вайс, блядь, мой дает? Вот я этого и хотел. Ну, в плане, типа... Это понятно, почему именно вайс, потому что типа мы забыли, типа сидим в Эросе, да? Ну я вот опять же типа меня просто бесит тот факт, что ну почему-то в этой игре вот сделали именно так. Блять, как говорится, в своих прошлых играх также, блять, выбрали персонажа, блять, и уже нахуй. Им уже проходить весь контент. Пиздец.
Really?
You're conflicted. Should you destroy the Silver Company tech or not?
Is it that obvious? I thought I'd made up my mind to never let this kind of evil happen again.
Будь вы на себе.
You're the captain of Silver Squad, Ambi. The way I see it, you've made the right decision here. The Ambi I know would never compromise on her resolve just because...
You're right. I nearly caved there.
That's a decision that only you can make, Ambi. Well, that brings proxy operating hours to an end.
I've made up my mind.
А, они разбираются. Накамата легенда. Без слупу. О, это же, блядь, отсылки, нет? Это, блядь, намеки, ёбаный в рот, блядь. Эсбири, Эс Николь. Легенда. Не. До Пеликангера. Ебать, ты попался. Чё-то, блин, ну неудобно постоянно, понимаешь? Так быстро подходить. Я стесняюсь.
Oh, red
Yes.
chicken burgers are classic for a reason.
Soldier 11's going to grill me about eating junk food again if I go back smelling like burgers.
Burgers don't have a smell. Even if they did, they would dissipate quickly.
No, there's a smell, right?
Mm-hmm. The scent of burgers definitely lingers. That's not true. Proxy, when... I just got here. I heard you mention Soldier. After all, the last time I saw her, she was in pretty...
Thanks. Soldier 11 would be really happy to know that you care so much about her. She's made a full recovery. She's completely regained the same training intensity as before her injury. At least with her body, I mean.
So her body's recovered, but her memory is still affected?
Not quite. I asked Ambi out today to chat with her about what's going on with Soldier 11. Her memory has basically reverted to how it was before the injury. She might occasionally get someone's name wrong, but she doesn't mistake her own identity, and her short-term memory is persisting through to the next.
She's made a recovery. That's great.
It's still too early to say. She seems to have completely blanked out what happened during the incident, including the time.
Like I said, that's great.
You still feel the same way now? She still believes that she was betrayed and abandoned.
That's wonderful.
Wonderful.
Hudion's a way stronger person than me. Strong enough to keep living with hatred. That's powerful. I don't know what to say. All I know for sure is the target of her hatred is me. We won't be meeting again. So, I won't get. But once she turns her hatred towards something or someone else, things will get dangerous. Hadion is so pure. She's like an unalloyed metal that combusts even in water. The last thing I ever want to see is her getting hurt by her own flames.
I didn't realize you put that much thought into it.
I was just thinking about it while watching some similar movies lately.
Где?
There are movies like that?
Yeah. Wanna watch it with me next time, Trigger? We can watch. For sure. Drop by.
Thank you, Manager. You're very kind. Even
I think you're really kind too, Trigger. So, are you all still down for burgers? It's on me today.
Слышите, что... О, наконец-то. Да, ну, чё, нормально, прикольно. Конечно, мне не понравилась типа, тема с провалами памяти, да? У солдатки, конечно, это странно очень. Конечно, они придумали. Ну так, ну, прикольно. Честно, я ожидал, что это будет какая-то масштабная история. Там, что тут больше не то, что именно мы будем бороться, что типа именно Эмби будет бороться с своими клонами, да, а я больше думал, что она будет бороться типа с... Как сказать? Ну, с другой стороны, да, это не логично. Ну, в плане, типа... Ну, типа, допустим, был бы проект по возрождению, типа, вот таких вот, типа, солдат, да? Но только не от, типа... Не от самих солдат, да, а, допустим, вот это там корпорации или, блять, не знаю, там. Ну, короче, да. Что-то такого, типа, такого рода. А, да, таки, на самом деле... История-то простая. Новая была. Особенно, когда... Зайцев в очередной раз показали. Ну, блин, 4 зайца это просто вайп. И это. И вайб еще накинули на Эмби тоже. Теперь она мне на 1% нравится больше, чем тогда. Ну, короче, да. Эх, жаль, я думал, реально сюжет класс.